Good day everyone. I am the first reporter of Chapter 6 Professionalism and Transformative Education. Lesson 1 The Global and Local Teacher. Global and Local Teacher Education. The teachers need to explore what the future holds while you train students for their future. You really need to find innovation creativity to prepare diverse learners in their own cultural context, integration of values without realizing that they are living in a global community. So, teachers seeking innovation and creativity in the teaching approaches can better engage diverse learners by tailoring their methods to different cultural contexts. These foster a more inclusive and effective learning environment, as it acknowledges and respects the varied backgrounds, experiences, and learning styles of the students. Embracing innovation allows teachers to adapt evolving educational landscape, ensuring they can effectively address the needs of a diverse student body and prepare them for a globally interconnected world. Therefore, to compete globally, you should be equipped with wider range of knowledge and are capable of embracing the challenges of changing lifelong education needs. There are two terms best represented globalized education. The first is UNESCO identifies as a goal for developing countries around the world and seeks to train all people according to international standard. So UNESCO identifies globalized education as a goal for developing countries is likely centered on ensuring access to quality education that aligns with international standards. International meaning this includes different countries. This involves providing training and education that meets recognized global benchmarks in terms of curriculum, teaching methodologies, and educational outcomes. By doing so, these countries aim to equip their population with skills and knowledge that are relevant not only locally but also on an international scale. This approach seeks to foster a workforce and citizenry capable for contributing meaningfully to a globalized world and participating in various fields at a competitive level. Second, it is an international curriculum in scope that prepares today's youth around the world to work in one world setting under professionally, and humanistically trained teachers. Mentally teachers refers to teachers who possess strong pedagogical knowledge, critical thinking skills, and ability to understand and adapt to diverse learning needs. They are equipped to facilitate effective cognitive development in their students. Professionally, this means that the teachers have acquired the necessary skills, methodologies, and strategies to excel in their profession. This includes staying updated on educational advancement, incorporating innovative teaching techniques, and demonstrating proficiency and subject matter expertise. Humanistically trained teachers, this means that teachers foster positive relationships, empathy, and ethical values, prioritize the holistic development of their students, emphasizing not only academic success but also social and emotional well being. UNESCO's declaration during the World Education Forum by 2030 Learners should have an inclusive and equitable quality education, lifelong learning for all. This means this emphasizes providing accessible, fair, and high quality education throughout one's life, ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to learn and grow without discrimination. So, the seven Sustainable Development Goal or SDG outcome targets must have been met. These are the following. The first is development of early childhood and compulsory pre pre-primary education. These ensure that learners in kindergarten have access to quality early childhood care and growth to ready for formal primary education. The second is primary and secondary compulsory. These ensure access to affordable, equal, and quality education for all elementary and secondary learners contributing to the appropriate and successful educational outcomes. Oh, the third is equal access to higher and technical vocational education. This ensure fair access to accessible and high quality technical vocational and tertiary education like university for both women and men. The fourth is expertise related to good jobs. The number of youth or adults to build on their skills, both technical and vocational, to land a job that supports and leads a decent life significantly increased. So that conclude my part. Thank you.
Let's move to inclusion and gender equality. Eliminate gender inequalities in education and ensure equitable access to all levels of education in the disadvantage of context, including the disadvantage in indigenous communities and the children. Now let's proceed to juvenile literacy universal. This literacy ensures that the literacy and numeracy are attained by all youth and by a larger proportions of adults. Even both and women can be accessed. Okay, let's proceed to the sustainable development awareness and sustainable citizenship. Uh, Ensure that the learners gain the knowledge and skills required to support the sustainable growth, including the healthy lifestyle, the human rights, the gender equality, and the promotion of a culture of peace and nonviolence, and also the global citizenship and the recognition of cultural diversity and the cultures of contribute to sustainable development. According to James Breaker on 1988, describes the global education as an attempt to help the students to see the world as a single and a universal system and to see themselves as e participants. He stressed in his article Goals of Global Education. Uh, Goals of the global education that global education integrates each student's curriculum and educational experiences and the awareness and empathy of the national and the world cultures and knowledge and compassion of the cultures of the nation of the world. So therefore, in order to address the specific challenges for the future, the 21st century learning goals have been developed as a template for various curricula around the world. So there have a learning goals. These are the learning goals include the content of the first 21st century must have the emerging content areas such as global awareness, political, cultural, entrepreneurial, and business literacy, civic literacy, health and environment awareness. Second, the learning and cognitive skills must have the critical thinking and problem solving skills, communication, creativity, and innovation, and also have the contextual learning, teamwork, and media literacy and knowledge. So the third one is the ICT literacy, using technology in the context of the learning so the students know how to learn. So a good teachers know how their students engage and learn and can be used that the knowledge of to push for technology that will unlock a new teaching potential. So as a educator or future educators, we have an important role in helping our students, and students become critical and creative thinkers as they learn with the technology, and in guiding our students in the safe of responsible and the ethical use of the information and communication technology as we all known ICT. So let's proceed to the fourth, life skills. So the teachers must have this one: a leadership, ethics, accountability, personal responsibilities, self-direction, and others. Because teaching skills are the capabilities that enable you to contribute to your student success. You can create an environment where your students can drive and fulfill their potentials. You will be equipped with everything you need to make your classes engaging, productive, and fun for everyone. So let's be the honest. No one wants to be bored or that trying to learn something new, right? So a teacher must um, have the different skills that they need to learn. And the last one is the 21st century assessment. So, 21st century assessment, authentic assessment that measure the areas of the learning. So, it helps the students to develop the skills they need for the real world. So, in the first century, students are looking for teachers who are not only knowledgeable but also adaptable and creative and able to work or to teach them teach collaboratively.
Good morning, everyone, especially the instructor of this subject, Ma'am Bino Sabinino. Good morning, Ma'am. I am the students of this subject. I am Diomedes de la Calzada Junior. So this time, we're going to report about this chapter 6, the professionalisms and transformative education, which is the lesson 1. This is the assigned topic report, the global and local teachers. So in this group, our my topic is all about. So this is my topic is all about the local education. So what is local education? Local education, on the other hand, is about diversity. So which is local education, recognizing the differences and educating the different communities in their context to achieve the goals of global education as defined by the UN. So diversity. So it stated that diversity. So which means local education which promotes the legitimacy of different forms of knowledge. So also local education, it highlights the need for the smallest education to meet the world's largest classroom and responds to borderless education, defying distance and geography. So mix for local reading. So that is a local education. So now let's proceed to the local Filipino teachers. So local Filipino teachers are characterized by several qualities and attributes. So what are these? So first is understand how this world is interconnected. So Filipino teachers, so we need to understand how this world is interconnected. So we recognize understand how this world uh, is interconnected. So second is recognize the world has rich variety of ways of life. So has rich variety ways of life. So since this world we have more things that uh, kakuhaan na tog bili sa ato ang life. So as we Filipino teachers, we recognize that this world has rich variety of ways of life. So next, have a vision of the future and sees what the future would be for himself or herself and the students. So Filipino teachers also we have a vision of the futures and sees what the futures would be for. So if you think uh, your futures, so also sees your futures what would be for, himself, herself, and the students. So also, as a students, we have also the futures teacher zone. So uh, I should think what is this futures all about of my life. Uh, Next is are creative and innovative. So also Filipino teachers are creative and innovative. So next is understand, respect, and tolerant of the diversity of cultures. No? Also Filipino teachers, so this world, we have different kind of cultures. We have the we have different kind of cultures because we have different peoples. No, we have different uh, language. So also, we Filipino teachers, you should understand, respect, and tolerant of the diversity of cultures. So next, believe and take action for education that will sustain the future. No, all right. So Filipino teachers, so you should take action for the education that will sustain the future. Next, facilitate digitally mediated learning. And next, possess good communication skills for Filipino teachers to be multilingual. So when we say multilinguals, it is all about it is the multiplier. If we Filipino teachers, so we are being a uh, multiplier information, knowledge for our society or uh, our world. So next is our for international teacher standards and framework, and last is master the competencies of the beginning teachers in the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers or PPST in 2017. So that that's all about the need for Filipino teachers being Filipino teachers. So next is in addition to the above values, local teachers do have to possess the Filipino teachers follow distinct characteristics and core values or master teacher training program in 2017. So now we have her characteristic and core values. First is cultural and historical rudeness. Next is ability to contextualize teaching learning. Next is excellence. Next is responsiveness. Next is accountability and integrity. Next is ecological sensitivity. Next, nationalism, feminism or feminism. Next is faith in the divine providence. And that's all uh, the characteristics and core values about the Filipino uh, teachers. No. So all of these, the core values and distinct characteristics of this and core values. So we need to the Filipino teachers uh, as a us being effective teachers in this world, uh, and the students being uh, knowledgeable in the futures. So that's all my report, and thank you. Thank you.